Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. How you doing? How you been? Happy Black History Month and happy Valentine's Day. If you don't celebrate Valentine's Day, that's fine. I didn't really do much for Valentine's Day. I cooked dinner for my grandmother and my sister. Well, we all cooked dinner for each other. Yeah. So, this video, I want to talk about one of my favorite things to talk about. And that is, rock music. I want to talk about, a little bit of the history and why I think people should, there are some people out there that don't acknowledge the fact that black people are the original pioneers of rock music. Started with Little Richard and Sister Rosetta Tharpe. If you don't know who they are, do your research. They are legends. Sadly, they both died. Little Richard, I think he died in 2022. Yeah, I believe he died in 2022. But they are some of the pioneers of the rock and roll movement. They started it. They created it. Black people created it. And no matter what ignorant, racist, dumbass idiots say, they're jealous. They're jealous because they didn't come up with it first. Black people did. And there are a lot of white people in music history that were inspired by black people and rock music. For example, Johnny Cash, Janis Joplin, and Elvis Presley. They were all inspired by black musicians or black music. We created that. And it's kind of funny to me how we don't talk about that enough. We always talk about representation for black people in music, but what about rock music? We created that. And, yeah. Except, some black people think, or they have been fed to believe, that white people started it. They did not. We created that. It's a part of our, of history. It's a part of rock music history. It's embedded in the rock music history. I've seen so many YouTube videos about black people in rock music, in the punk rock music scene, and there's a long history of black people and punk rock music. I'm not saying we created that, but we are a part of it. And, it started in 1940s.
All right, so cut out. Y'all can hear it click off? I tell when it clicked off.
It started in the 1940s, 50s, 60s, and it just grew even more. Kind of like how 1970s, 80s, the punk rock movement started in London and in the U.S.
Okay, got that in there. Oh, hell no. I put it on cool gear. I put it back on the heat. I finished that.
That's my grandmother in the background, sorry. Yeah, so kind of much like the punk rock scene and the gothic music and fashion subculture started in the 70s and in the 80s, and it grew and grew even more. And, I'm actually really happy and really glad that I get to see people finally acknowledge it. And for those who don't, maybe you're the one with the problem. Maybe you're racist. Maybe you don't really genuinely give a shit. That's your own problem. It's not my job to educate you morons on what this is or what that is or how to treat us like human beings. When people of color create something, people that are not white, when we create something or do something, then white people want to do it. Why? Because they didn't think of it first. And some people will do that because they're jealous. And I think it's funny. I think it's funny how that works. But yeah, I'm just, really glad that I get to be a part of the alternative scene where there are multiple different people of different racial backgrounds and LGBTQ people involved in it. I'm super happy because I didn't grow up with alternative parents. I discovered this on my own. And it only grew from there. Um, I will continue my alternative series. I want it to have at least like 20 episodes. And then I'll come back with like a part 2 of the series like later on. Like maybe in like the summer. So I will be uploading more videos of that next week. I want to talk about like some of my favorite anime shows too that have like alternative fashion in it, like Paradise Kiss and Nana and Vivian Westwood. Vivian Westwood has a necklace. It's very similar to what I'm wearing, but it's not the Vivian Westwood necklace. This is just like a plain pearl necklace. If I was gonna buy a Vivian Westwood necklace, I would rather buy like the fake version, not the real one. Actually, there's a YouTube video I watched a couple days ago where it was a YouTuber that bought the real and the fake version of the Vivian Westwood necklace. There was a YouTube video that I watched where there's this YouTuber that bought the Vivian Westwood necklace. He bought the real one and then the fake one, and then he put them side by side, and you couldn't tell which one was which because they were very similar. They looked just alike. So I could walk around with a fucking Vivian Westwood necklace on, and no one could tell if it was real or not. But I do want to get something Vivian Westwood, but I do not want to get the original because I heard that a lot of that is like $600. I don't want to pay $600. I love Vivian Westwood, but I don't want to pay that much. I'd rather get the fake version, Vivian Westwood. But like I said, you can buy, plain pearl necklaces and earrings anywhere. Kind of, have your own little Vivian Westwood moment. Also, my makeup. This is very like pastel goth inspired with like the black shirt and the pink tank top. I will be showing you guys some like how my jacket's going and what it looks like because I'm still working on it. I also will show you guys how to like make a fishnet shirt out of a pair of fishnet tights. I will be making some videos on how you can dress alternative for the spring and summer, or how I dress alternative for the spring and summer. And I want to make a video on how you don't have to have a lot of like of the same jewelry or makeup to be alternative. You can create it however you want. You could wear chokers like this and wear necklaces like this, But yeah, guys, that's it for this video. I hope you guys are having, or at least trying to have a good year this year. Shit is not going so well. Everything is not going well for a lot of us here in the U.S. And if you don't live in the U.S. Right now, then I would say that you're lucky. So, stay true to yourself, be yourself. Self-expression to me is happiness, and I hope you guys are having a great week. Yeah. I am going to show you guys how I do my like alternative everyday makeup. I think I'm going to make that video next week or tomorrow, you know, but I'm going to do it with a twist. I'm going to add like some silver glitter or something like that. But anyway, I don't want this video to be too long. And I hope you guys are doing well. Be safe out there. You know, treat each other with respect, because Lord knows we need it. And, yeah. So, I'll see you guys in the next video.